until your team scores a 10-point. We would like to thank Taylor University for allowing us to do this tradition. This is a long-standing tradition at Taylor University, a small private Christian college up in Upland, Indiana. The tradition started many, many years ago. Started with students dressing up in their pajama bottoms. The week before finals, it's a way to release some pent-up energy as they prepare for their final next week. Much like our Covenant Christian Warriors as they prepare for their finals next week. Long-standing tradition, and we are grateful for Taylor for
just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Welcome into Covenant Christian High School game number 2 of the varsity level. About 5 minutes away between the Covenant Christian Warriors and the Greenwood Christian Cougars on the road. Silent Night, the home opener. We'll talk about that and more. Before we do that, let's thank some of our sponsors that support us here on IndianaSRN. Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric, providing quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves businesses forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. And the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Watch the best Division III basketball on HCAC.tv, where you always have a front row seat. Follow us for the schedule at HCACD3 on Twitter/X. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you on Silent Night from Covenant Christian. We'll get into what that means, but first and foremost, Craig, always nice to be with you, and it's always nice with your Covenant Christian to come back home. First home game of the season with a 3-0 record.
Yeah, been on the road for the first few games here in the season as Coach Flatt and his Warriors kicking off the season. Obviously, Coach Williams and bringing his Cougars into the Warrior Dome, so to speak. But now, two great storied programs that 1 and 2A respectively. A lot of parallels within two of these programs. Been a great rivalry, and not just actually in basketball, but just across the board with both their athletic programs, which are both solid across the board.
Speaking of Covenant Christian, let's keep it right there. They are balanced scoring with 3 players scoring in double digits. Neff Farrell with 11 per night, Devin Rudolph with 13, and Paxton Baking scoring 12. Not to be denied is Joe Mildla with 9 points on the season, and they've got some height, especially down low, Craig.
No, they do. I mean, obviously Nathan Crane comes in with some post play, but you know, the great thing that Coach Flatt has with his Warrior team is balance. When you talk and look at any particular team of any given sport for that matter, when you have multiple players that can do various things and hurt you defensively, there's really some great things you can do. And, you know, it's not just on the offensive end. This is a team that wants to get you, so to speak, into a track meet. They love pace. They love to be able to put themselves in a position where they like those 3 Ps. They like the pressure. They like the points, and they certainly want that pace.
And if you are GCA coming here on the road, the student section is filled to the brim. We'll get a good look at that throughout this contest. as well. How do you stay in your rhythm and slow things down, knowing that Covenant Christian, as you mentioned, wants to turn you over and turn it into points?
No, great point. I think a lot of it is, hey, you got to stay true to what your pillars and what you do well. You can't be overwhelmed by the elements of any given gym that you get to. It is a little different night. As you indicated, it's silent night. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But it is full, the student section. You know, for years I coached, and I had the opportunity to coach against Coach Flatt in this gym for quite some time. And to be quite honest, I shared with one of my former players that actually is the coach at Traders Point now, I've never seen the curtain up. I've never seen student section behind the basket here. So that's a whole new look as well. And what a great environment that Covenant has established here.
And GCA has brought in their entire student section here as well. They are set up to our left. Ben Comerford, the point guard for Greenwood Christian Academy. Everything kind of runs through him, but he's a guy that can score it as well.
He is, and I mean, it's one that, you know, I think that Coach Williams probably doesn't have quite the balance that Coach Flatt has, but he's got guys that can get the job done. Here's the thing is when you're in games like this, don't try to do the things that are beyond what your maybe strengths are. Stay true to what you do well. Accept and own your role, and then have those kind of morph together to put yourself in a position. What you don't want to do is just do the things necessary to manage the game and put yourself in a position to win at the end.
Yeah, and a lot of emotions, a lot of it's going to be an electric atmosphere here after both teams get to 10 points. Tonight is Silent Night. It's an adoption from Taylor University. You will hear the entire student section, the coaches, be silent as much as they possibly can until their squad scores the 10th point of the game. Then that student section is welcome to cheer. It'll be a raucous crowd, especially for Covenant Christian, and then GCA as well. When they get to 10 points, their student section will explode. We'll try to be a little bit more quieter than usual because of that, but that just adds an added element here tonight, which makes it such a special night here at Covenant Christian.
It is. I mean, you know, and the thing about it is we might be in a position where, you know, we got to try to contain ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we might be the loudest ones in the gym until this 10th point. And I sure wouldn't want to be that one student, all right, that cheers before that. You will get called out all weekend or tomorrow in the last day of the week.
And we weren't sure in the girls' game. We thought it was supposed to be the same kind of tempo. It was, oh, wait, yeah, we're supposed to be quiet. They will sing Silent Night between the third and fourth quarter here at Covenant Christian. It should be an electric atmosphere throughout this one as 3-1 Greenwood Christian travels to Covenant Christian, who is 3-0. Again, a great job by Peyton Brown, Justin Griffiths, and Greg Smith getting us an awesome broadcast of that first contest. And we are getting ready here for this tip-off between Covenant Christian and Greenwood Christian. Let's go to the PA for tonight's first starting lineups.
Academy, number 1, senior Jordan Tallman.
A lot of spirit fingers tonight for the first 10 points.
Number 11, junior Ben Comerford.
I remember my years of coaching,
Number
too.
14,
We had the opportunity to play the deaf school, which was a great experience for our kids, and learned that early on years ago.
And number 23,
I always
senior
do.
Max
I always
Hoover.
do. That's why I'm not a father. Sorry, Greg, you set that one up perfectly.
And now your Covenant Christian High School Warriors. First, we're going to read off all the team, followed by our starters. Number 4, senior Devin Rudolph. Number 12, Joe Midla. Number 13, Niall Hobson. Number 14, Luke Munoz. Number 15, Landon Maloney. Number 22, Mark Crane. Number 23, Ty Gillespie. Number 31, Mel Granberry. Number 44, Nathan Crane. And number 30, Caleb Jankowski. And now here are your starters. Number 1, senior at 5'10", Jamison Laughlin. Number 2, the junior at 6 foot, Bryce Harris. Number 35, the 6'6" senior, Sam Ware. Number 11 at 6'2" senior, Paxton Bacon. And number 3, senior at 6'2", Neff Farrell. The Warriors are coached by Scott Flatt.
And let's take a quick break before the tip-off of this one. Silent night between Covenant Christian and Greenwood Christian Academy coming up right after this on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work.
And we're back for the tip-off. We're going to be a little bit quieter than what we normally would be here. Silent night taking place. You'll only hear the players communicating on the court. And the first basket of the game falls off the rim to Neff Farrell. GCA has it. Nice extra pass, bucket short, and a rebound corralled by Warrior. And Bacon on the board, sizzles home his first 3. And the Warriors on the board first.
And the thing is, too, that you get with Covenant is you're going to want to be in a position where they're, again, applying pressure, trying to get you in position to create the turnovers based on the pressure.
Nice backdoor pass there. Layup goes no good. Neff Farrell with the rebound. Pushes it. Laughlin with it.
The other thing Covenant has always done well, too, is ball movement. Really provides them typically with good shot selections as well.
Nice power dribble there by Farrell, but the finger roll falls off the rim, no good. And GCA admittedly turns it over. And look at that. That's a great shot right there of the crowd being silent until the 10th point here from either team.
I wonder how much training that had to take place prior to the week. The kids being out of the norm of doing this. It's like, hey, you got to have the ability to withstand this.
Laughlin tries to dish it down low, but it's overthrown. And Covenant Christian with their second turnover. 6:16 to play, first quarter on silent night here.
Bigger thing you might try to understand is how long this might go. You know, if both teams kind of struggle with ball security and shots and things like that, we'll see how long it lasts.
I think if you're the fans, you're trying to get your team to the 10th point, so you don't have to, so you can burst out. Nice power dribble here, turn around, skies off the glass, and Max Boer with the bucket.
Well, Max is coming in averaging 15 and 3. He's the leading returning scorer from last year. Kind of really this year has picked up right where he left off last year. Talk about obviously Jackson Williams and being his third year at the school. 2 winning seasons in his first 2.
Covenant Christian, 3 turnovers, first 4 possessions, extra pass here. 3 ball, corner pocket, no good. Offensive rebound stolen away, skies up and under. It's Boer again. He's got the first 4 for GCA. 2.5 gone by. Left side, 3, short. Neff Farrell, offensive rebound, back up top, 3 ball short again. Bryce Harris with the 3rd offensive rebound for Covenant. Leads to a 3rd chance opportunity, and the second 3 ball of the possession spins out again.
Well, and they will live a lot by that 3. They shoot it pretty well, shooting 38% as a team, but they will let the ball fly. I mean, they do like pace. We talked about that in the opening segment. And they will not only get their shots from that, but again, through the pressure, but they do like the 3 ball.
Max Boer's 3 was short. Rebound to Covenant, and quick foul. 4:50 to play, 4-3 GCA. Ball comes in to Harris. They'll slow it up here as GCA showing man-to-man pressure. Farrell, double team, ball on the ground. GCA has possession, no call yet, and they'll get out of it. And the Cougars will push the tempo.
Covenant coming up with a turnover here, and that's one thing that's really hurt them on the offensive end. They're coming into this game averaging 20 turnovers a game, and Coach Flatt will do what he's doing now a decent amount. Saw it in the Cecina game as well. He's actually bringing in a full 5.
So all 5 new starters will come in here. 3 ball left side, no good. Off the mark by Laughlin.
What a great
GCA.
What a great thing for the coach to have too, to have the comfort, the confidence, and the ability to bring in 5 at a time. Shows great depth that he has in his program.
3-pointer, no good. And the ball stays in bounds somehow. Covenant, extra pass. Left side, 3 ball. Harris, back iron, no good. And Covenant starting 1 of 4 from downtown in this first quarter. Boer with all 4 for GCA. Hands it off Tallman. Dribbles into trouble. Finds Comerford. Reverse layup, good. It's a 6-0 run.
The scores table getting a lot of work, having 7 subs come in here.
And a charge there. And that is 5 early turnovers here, Craig, for Covenant Christian.
Well, and like I said, that's kind of been one of the weaknesses so forth that they've been kind of exposing themselves to is ball security. And again, you know, just 20 turnovers, you're typically going to have a little bit more when you play the type of pace that they play, and even at the high school level. But anything that's north of 16, 17 really becomes tough. I think they had 23 against the Cecina game that I had seen, and off to a start here of much in the same.
So mass substitutions here for the Warriors. A couple new bodies coming in for Greenwood Christian as well. It's been all Boer. Skies short, offensive rebound, batted around, and we're going to have a jump ball as both players fall to the ground, but good sportsmanship shown here. And the ball will stay with GCA. They have the possession arrow with a 6-3 lead, 2:36 to go here, first quarter. And another, and this time the offensive rebound charge to GCA. And Covenant hasn't scored in 4 minutes. Trail 6-3. Stolen away. Noah Reed with the steal. Goes up for it, and he lost control. Out of bounds. Ball belongs to Covenant. Crane pushes it forward. Rudolph dishes it back up top. Good look at a 3 here by Hobson. Splashes it home. And Hobson's on the board, ties it at 6.
Yeah, great job of inside out. I love the downhill attack baseline, getting a nice little dish in the interior post and then the kick out. So great inside outside, having the defense collapse to get the tray.
And nice job here the last couple of possessions by GCA breaking the press. Dribble drive, hangs, back iron, no good. And it's a 5-on-3 for the Warriors. Spin move, dribbles, puts it up, no good. And a great job there by clearing the boards. Rebound to Noah Reed. He pushes it up under, blocked by the rim, and an and one. An and one. And Noah Reed on the board.
So great job of playing through that contact. See if he'll get his, he's going to get the opportunity to knock down this 3-point play here.
So they tie it at 8.
Getting close. I thought we might go through the whole first quarter, but it looks like we might get to it here.
The pace frantically picking up. No good. We'll see if.
Question is, did they get to 10 by the 2 or break the 10 with a 3?
I thought the score was 8-6. The scoreboard showing 8-8.
There, they just changed it.
3 ball. Yeah, so it is 8-6. We were correct. They've had 3 balls from number 13, Niall Hobson.
It's like McIntyre back into the game for the Cougars.
Minute to go. First quarter. 8-6 GCA. Middle of the court. Pump fake. Left-handed dribble up, blocked. Swatted away. Devin Rudolph with the swat out of bounds.
Yeah, great job of McIntyre for GCA facing up the basket. A lot of times you have guys remain with their back to the basket. Good, be able to see the basket vision in any of his cutters. But good job by Rudolph is containing and staying in his man.
Midla has it, swings left side. Another 3 in the air, short. And Boer with the rebound. Greenwood Christian trying to get to their 10th point of the first quarter. We'll see their side of the crowd here go crazy when that happens on Silent Night here from Covenant Christian High School. Here on IndianaSRN, happy holidays to you. No better way to celebrate it here than on Silent Night. Boer swatted away. Big block there by Granberry. Loses the basketball. Double team. Left side corner. 3 ball in the air. Paxton Bacon can't get it to go. And we have reached the end of the first quarter here on IndianaSRN, where the GCA Cougars lead it 8-6. You're watching high school hoops right here on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
An exciting but quiet first quarter here from Covenant Christian on Silent Night as the Warriors welcome in GCA through one quarter, 8-6. Greenwood Christian, the Cougars with the lead. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. Covenant Christian 2 of 6 from the three-point line in that first quarter.
Yeah, certainly not what Coach Flatt is not only accustomed to, but certainly any coach doesn't want to see when you're coming out, no pun intended to Coach Flatt, but coming out shooting a little flat. But what might not be a lot of scoring on the sideline has been some interesting pieces in the crowd. We got the gingerbread man down here, got beach balls going in the crowd.
You gotta be quiet with it.
We got the cheerleaders that did a silent cheer and basically lipped their cheer. So some exciting things that hopefully here before too much longer, they'll be over.
And a long 2-ball there for Covenant Christian ties it up at 8. A long 2-ball going to Midla, his first bucket of this first half. Dribble drive, save, stolen away, out of bounds. And we're going to see both teams go crazy on their next bucket here on Silent Night, a tradition started by Taylor University, adopted here by Covenant Christian.
And for those of you out there that aren't really familiar with it, just go to YouTube and search Silent Night with Taylor and just see that. It's a great sight to see.
And you almost wish that Covenant would score down here because that'd be right in front of
right in the student section.
So here we go. Can they get to 10 first? Left side. Back up top. Rudolph fires a 3 off the front of the rim. No good. And here comes GCA. From the corner. Back up top. Comerford, dribble drive, Under pressure, steps into it, bucket. And GCA's crowd on their feet for the 10-point. We'll see if Covenant can match it here. Great crowd from GCA. I probably would have got a timeout if I was Coach Flatt, but he's going to play through it. Up top, dribble drive, spin, and it's going to be on the ground. Blocking foul.
The cat is out the bag.
For one side.
Yeah.
That's the student section over here.
You'll take it any way you can get it, but you'd probably rather a bucket than free throws, right?
Yes. So Covenant will inbound it. Trying to break 10 points. Ball batted out of bounds, and it'll go back over to GCA. I'd be doing the "we can't hear you" chant until they score.
Yeah, that'd be really, really good there. I'll tell you, though, I mean, GCA getting a chance to make some crowd noise for the out of the two sides, but they have enough that they're louder than most gyms would be by themselves.
And they brought their cheerleaders, so GCA with the lead, dribble drive, foul. And Ben Comerford with 2 points already will head to the free throw line for 2. First one rattles home. Comerford has 3. That's the advantage for GCA. Second free throw. Spins in. Biggest lead so far here, first half by either team, is 4. Covenant with the basketball. Looking to break the silence of their fans and student section with the bucket. Dribble drive. Kick out, stolen away. And here comes GCA. Pump fake, swatted away. And we're going to have a foul going the other way. Some extracurriculars there. And Coach Flatt will have 5 new players in, the starters coming back in.
Well, if nothing else, everybody stays fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh legs. And again, as I mentioned before, what a great opportunity that he has to be able to not lose a whole lot per se, and being able to have some rotations as such.
So the starters back in here for Covenant Christian. Again, GCA's student section on their feet cheering, and a turnover. And there's a little bit of an advantage here when your student section and your fans can cheer while your home fans are ready to explode.
No, you're right.
The gingerbread's starting to not have fun over there.
Getting a little sad face. No, it is. I mean, because you feed off that a lot, and hopefully that's the little that GCA's cheering. Maybe it might give a little bit of incentive for these Warriors to get that 10th point and get back into what they know as the norm.
The Cougars have broken their silence. They break the full court press. Spinner left side, no. Covenant on the run, looking for their 10th-point 3-ball in the air, short. I'm wasting battery on it. Dribble drive left side. GCA will slow it down, back up top. McIntyre has the basketball, thinks about the 3, finds Boer. They're going to slow it up, 5 to play first half. Up 12-8. Boer, and he traveled. There was some contact there. They called a travel. Under 5 to play first half. GCA leading 12-8.
Yeah, and this is one where, typically what you see with Covenant a lot is some high ball screens. Saw a little early on, hadn't seen it here in the last 4 or 5 possessions. See if they might be able to get something freed up here to get a basket.
So Covenant Christian looking for their 10th point of the game. GCA student section and fans making noise. Spin, double pump, short, offensive rebound. Neff goes up, stolen away. Here comes GCA. Power dribble blocked. And this could be it. The 10th point for Covenant to break the silence. Left-handed bucket. Neff Farrell. And the student section for Covenant Christian can come alive. They've scored their 10th point. 4:23 to play here first half They have a 12-10 advantage. GCA with the ball. The Cougars dribble it out of bounds, and the student section coming to life from the defensive end here for Covenant Christian. GCA with the basketball, turns it over, and Covenant will look to tie or take the lead. 4:05 to play. I stopped doing stats there because I was trying to get it on camera, so we'll have to get some updated stats at halftime.
Yeah, what a great job by both of these schools coming together and kind of coordinating this. Great support for each other and the cause for what they're doing. Got some special things at halftime too that we'll talk about and some of the interactions. But what a great job, and love these types of nights that they do to coordinate for these kids.
Some full court pressure here for Covenant Christian. I know I'm inside, but I no longer have to use my inside voice, which is nice. Boer runs out of bounds with it, gets it off, and GCA will set up their offense. Man-to-man coverage. Screen comes, Tolman finds Boer. Back up top.
You have good patience here, but at the same time, what you want to do, I mean, offensively, is being able to attack gaps, trying to get an extra layer of defense to be able to get you as Boer shoots the three, comes up a little short. But to try to get some help and kick to the open person.
Blair has it, left side. Laughlin sets up the offense. Back up top. Dribble drive, Bryce Harris. Jump stop. Right hand off the glass. We're tied at 12. Great fundamentals there by Bryce Harris.
No, great job using the glass. And as Rafter would say, the kiss.
Boer trying to break the double team, and he traveled.
Good call.
Jordan Tallman with the travel. We have a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We want to thank Officially Human. Thanks to today's officials for their dedication and hard work. Without them, we don't play. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. Sportsmanship is everyone's job. Well, I think the what just happened was both teams getting to 10, still maintaining a close game, and we're tied at 12. Covenant here on a little bit of a run.
No, it is, and I mean, it's one that, you feed off of that. Obviously, GCA was able to do that first, but you're back kind of the norm, kind of in what you're used to inside of a gym, and especially in the state of Indiana. But no, I mean, it's one that again, we talked about it at the beginning, the 3 Ps of being pressure, the points, and the pace that Covenant and Coach Flatt programs are certainly trying to get you in. Majority of the beginning of the game, you really didn't see a lot of that. You saw some half court, very token pressure, but then after they got to that point of getting to that 10th, it started to get more of the full court. Ball's put in play here, Covenant.
So Laughlin has it. GCA's led by as many as 4. Covenant started things off with a 3 ball. That was their last advantage. It's 12-12, 2:37 to play, first half. Dribble drive, Harris spins, back up top, finds Neff Farrell, 3 ball, splashdown.
Well, and that's the thing that Farrell will give you. He's got a lot of good inside-outside. We've seen a little bit of that tonight early on the inside with some post play when he's back to the basket, but he shows how he can hurt you facing it with the tray ball.
Farrell has 5. It's a 7-0 run for Covenant Christian. They lead by 3. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Tallman, bounce pass. McIntyre showing patience here, under 2 to play. Dribble drive left side, thought about the 3. Mid-range, left-handed jumper. Backboard rim, no good. Covenant looking to add to this 7-0 run. Laughlin thought about the 3. Down low, Neff Farrell pass a little late. It'll stay here with Covenant Christian.
Well,
substitutions for the Warriors.
Sorry, John. I mean, the Bacon there, had a great job of being patient for his cutter, but what he did was threw it to the trail hand, where you got to throw it to the lead hand, away from the defense, but really good cut by Farrell. Just gave ball location or passing location in the wrong
Farrell,
area.
spin move, contact, no call. Offensive rebound, kick out back to Farrell. Got it. Great job there by Joe Milda, keeping the play going. And Farrell's got 6.
Not only keeping alive, but what a great find on the interior paint, being able to get that pass, and Farrell being ready for that.
Put that on the highlight reel. Breaking the press here. Should have went for the extra pass. The hesitation foul. And Eli Jackson will go to the free throw line.
Got 6 officials tonight, maybe 7. Got 4 additional ones on the baseline with some balls, and the glasses working it pretty well here tonight.
Reminds me of Arizona State, where their student section's right there, and they're doing the dance from Dirty Dancing for some distraction. First free throw, friendly rims it. It's good. Cuts the lead 17-13. That breaks a 9-0 run by Covenant Christian. Eli Jackson. Second free throw. Front rim, no good. Batted around. Farrell tries to get it. It'll go out of bounds and belong to Covenant Christian. 1:09 to go. Craig, how you play in this final minute 9? I know you like that fast tempo here, but it could become a possession game. You're looking for the last shot here.
It could. I don't look for Coach Flatt to do that, but I think he's going to stay with what he does well, and I think some of that is high ball movement, trying to get some dribble weave possibly going. I think he anticipates getting another one back.
Middle of the Bacon. Quick save here. Laughlin has a dribble drive. Floater. Rattles around, no good. McIntyre rebounds it. Stolen right back. Rudolph, ball on the ground. And we got a jump ball, possession arrow to GCA. A great job by both teams getting dirty on the floor, getting that 50-50 ball.
Well, and it's one there too. The biggest thing there that you want to do is possess the ball first. I think Rudolph was really trying to turn and make his move back to his basket before he ever even really possessed the ball. So what became a turnover gave it right back. It's kind of been one of the Achilles heel for this Covenant team early on. Obviously playing out of the Circle City Conference, being 3-0, as you mentioned before, first home game as well.
Boer bails them out of the full court press. Pump fake, left-handed dribble drive, lost the handle of it, and it's going to go off the foot of Eli Jackson and out of bounds. 30 seconds to play, first half.
This is one where I think that he might play for the last unless an opportunity presents itself prior to that. That certainly might be one where he plays for the last one here.
It's a 9-1 run here late in the second quarter for Covenant Christian. 20 seconds to play. Neff, pick and roll, bucket, off the backboard, good. And Neff Barrel.
He's got 9 of their 19.
He's got 9. And 9 seconds to play here. First half.
Well, we talked about in the opening segment too. They got 3 guys that average double figures, and even Milda actually averages 9. So you might as well already say 4. But they got, again, great balance. A lot of guys that can hurt you in different ways.
Here's the inbound. Quick pass back. Boer. 7 seconds up under, off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Put back. Bucket. 4 seconds to play. Bacon pushes it from half court short, and a flurry of points finds us at 19-15 at halftime. As a nice bucket there. It's 19-15 as we have reached halftime here. Covenant Christian amidst a 11-3 run. They have the lead at halftime. We'll have a great interview for you coming up here at halftime. Some stats as well. We'll be back. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here. especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
We're back here at Covenant Christian High School, 21st and Girl School Road for this contest tonight between the Warriors of Covenant Christian and the Cougars of Greenwood Christian on Silent Night here at halftime, 19-15. Right now we're joined by special guest, Sonny Johnson. Sonny, welcome, obviously. I guess you should probably be welcoming us, right? Yeah, but no, welcome to the table. Appreciate so much what you're doing. Sonny actually leads, from what I understand, it's called the SHIELD program, which is kind of like a booster program. If you would, let our listeners out there know a little bit more about what the SHIELD is, what you guys do to help bridge gaps for not only the athletic department, but for the betterment of the school.
Yeah, absolutely. So the SHIELD Club is a brand new organization here at Covenant. It's in its infancy. In fact, tonight is kind of our big first sponsored event. It is a little bit like a booster club in that we raise funds for different programs at the school, but bigger than that, we look at it as an opportunity to partner with individuals and businesses within our community and further reaching to continue to raise funds for not just athletics, but also our fine arts programs, our academics and clubs. It also is a huge opportunity for those people to support our general scholarship program here at Covenant Christian.
No, I love it. And there's so many bridges, that need to be connected through that. I mean, there's great opportunities for yourself to lead parents, to lead community members, business owners, great opportunities that Covenant presents. I see a lot of banners that are on the wall with corporate sponsors, so great community event to come along. I was able to be here even for the girls game. It's all halftime. I love the activities, getting the student engagement, student life, all Christmas themed. Tell us a little bit about what we have going on here, not only with Silent Night, but what the halftime show is, what we're getting ready to see here for the boys game.
Yeah, so this is our second year for Silent Night, and one of our big missions or goals for tonight is to bring both schools together, celebrate the season, the reason we celebrate this season as a community, and have some fun. Obviously, we have a basketball competition, and both schools are very serious about that, but also both student programs are really serious about being part of the halftime game. So the one that's going on right now is we started with a giant game of rock, paper, scissors, and we are down to our two winners, one from GCA, one from Covenant Christian, and they have 1 minute to shoot as many free throws as they can. The winner will take home
this, people.
1 year's supply of Chick-fil-A.
Now, that's not one meal. That is 1 year. Now, how does that work? I mean, is that one meal a week, or how does that work?
I think it equals out to 52, so you get to go once a week. We have great sponsorships from our local Chick-fil-A, and like you said, just great sponsorships in general from our community here at Covenant. It's so much fun to see our businesses partner with us and the families partner with us to continue support events like this. But the runner-up is not too shabby deal either. They get a $100 gift.
I was going to say, everybody's a winner here tonight, right? I was asking for the game. I was asking David, like, how do I sign up?
Yeah, that's right.
You had me at Chick-fil-A, not even a year. So tell us a little bit about what location is the Chick-fil-A.
I believe this Chick-fil-A that supports us is the Avon Chick-fil-A.
So the Avon location?
The Tincher family, who is a Covenant family, who's another huge supporter of the SHIELD Club. And we could go through a huge list. We have a bunch of new members, and we're looking for more members, more people to come alongside and continue to support the legacy of what Covenant Christian is all about.
Love that. So if you guys get a chance that you're not able to be here tonight, get any concessions for here, stop by the Chick-fil-A location on Rockville Road. Yes. Give them some love as they're showing this community and this school the love as well. What a great environment this has been tonight with the Silent Night. Certainly shout out to you and the athletic department and the school for bridging both these schools together. We were talking about how the coordination of that to come together and the communication that takes place, seeing the cheerleaders go through their silent cheer.
That was fun.
Thank you so much for all you're doing and the impact that you're having. So thank you, Sonny. Really appreciate that. Hang tight with us. We got our next guest coming in as we do a chair switch here. Coming to the headset now as he gets it on is nothing more than Mr. David Pfeiffer. David was actually brought on board here in 17 as the soccer coach, but in addition to that, he was the assistant AD to Matt Gossel. And through that time, led the program, the soccer team, to back-to-back state runner-ups, and then did so well, they were like, hey, we got to elevate this guy. So been the AD since 20, so the third year. David, talk a little bit about what's kind of on the not only the landscape as you're coming out of the fall season, heading into the winter season, what's on the horizon, the landscape of the athletic department here at Covenant.
Yeah, we're really excited for what's going on, as highlighted particularly for a game like tonight when you get the entire community out here to celebrate, to be with one another. Let a little pent-up energy out as they get ready for their finals next week. So, it's very much all about elevating the students and highlighting their accomplishments. Our principal would say, the passage talks about we should run in such a way as to win the prize. Sometimes we miss the in such a way, and we get so focused on the accomplishment side of things, the performance side of things, but we're all about process here, and we're excited to come alongside our students as they're competing, as they're studying, as they're interacting with one another in the hallways. We're trying to help, I guess, better redefine what excellence really means.
Sure.
And so that's more of a programmatic thing and a systematic and culture thing that we're really excited about and that we see good things happening with. So leadership's doing great with building great community, great culture, as again evidenced in events like tonight.
No, it's great, and I love that. I mean, I love the student life side of it. Equipping our young people with empowerment and being in a position. I love that, the excellence side. Had an opportunity for coach for a number of years, had the opportunity to coach in this place as well against Coach Flatt. You guys have always done such a great job across the board, not just with basketball. This is a school, you all, that are out there as far as our listeners, carries 14 varsity sports, has had 50 sectional championships along with 10 regionals, 6 semi-states, and then, of course, the state championship in 2020 with the football.
Yeah.
So across the board have been doing it for a number of years, but not only been doing it well. I love how you talk about the excellence, not only on the court or on the field, but off of it, but more importantly, in the hallways.
Yeah.
I mean, how they're actually interacting with each other. How are they impacting each other and being exemplary life for Christ? So we certainly appreciate the opportunity that you guys give us in terms of SRN to air these games to our listeners, for those that can't possibly make it out. It's also a great opportunity for family members that live afar to be able to see their cousins or their nephews or their grandchildren. And so thank you for bridging the gap for us and the opportunity you guys continue to give us. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much for the coverage too. The partnership has lasted many years
while.
and many more to come. We're really thankful for you all and helping make Covenant not such a secret anymore.
That's right.
It's no longer a secret on the west side of Indianapolis, and we have a lot to thank for you guys for your partnership and for your ministry in that too. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Dave. We really appreciate your time. And lastly, thank you again for the environment you're creating here.
Yeah,
appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's David Pfeiffer, Athletic Director here at Covenant Christian.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
We're back here, halftime. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. Silent night. Both teams breaking the silence in the second quarter. Covenant Christian ending that second quarter on a 9-3 run. They knocked down some threes, found Neff Farrell. He's their leading scorer. Craig, your thoughts on that burst in that second quarter to give the Warriors the lead?
Well, I think a lot of that came actually after they hit that 10th point, right?
Yep.
I mean, they fed off the crowd is when that run kind of went for them. But I think early on the shooting that they kind of weren't up to par on their regular basis We're letting a lot of threes go, but that's what Covenant lives and dies by. And just didn't shoot it quite as well, kind of got them off to a rough start. They didn't quite have the full court or three-quarter court pressure they normally do, but when they got to that 10th and got that crowd behind them, they started that and went on the run.
Yeah, a lot of fouls on both sides of the basketball in this first half. It's been a lot of Neff Farrell, as we know. He's off to a great start. He's got 11 points. Also scoring Niall Hobson as well. But on the other side of the basketball, for Greenwood Christian, they've been balanced as well. Max Boer got things going, but it's been a lot of Ben Comerford here late in that first half.
No, it was, and I think Boer's their guy. He's the one that actually gets them going. He's a leading scorer from last year, kind of picked up right where he left off last year. But they are in a position where they got others that can do some things. Evan McIntyre's coming in, gotten a couple fouls here early, but other than that, kind of what we expected other than maybe the score. We thought it might be at least in the mid to upper 20s by half, but we're down a little bit in terms of scoring. I anticipate that that'll change a bit here in the second.
So we get ready for the second half, a low-scoring contest, 19-15. This is the second largest lead of the night for Covenant Christian. They led 19-13 before that late bucket by GCA. GCA is led by as many as 3. But GCA has done a good job of breaking the full-court pressure that defensively Covenant Christian has put on them.
Well, and they've got some decent amount of transition points. But the other thing, Tony, that they did well was they converted some of those late or mid-second quarter turnovers into points. You want to be able to where you're in a position where you can try to get 50 to 60% points off turnovers, really put you in a position towards the end of the game where you're positioned better for the win.
So we get ready for the second half and what was an awesome race to 10 on both sides, both teams getting there in the second quarter to break the silent night here to celebrate the tradition that was set up by Taylor University. A great sportsmanship on both sides. It's a way to unite both teams. Everybody will join in to sing Silent Night at the end of the third quarter. Looking forward to that, but we got a good contest in front of us, 19-15. Both teams disciplined, though. We didn't see a lot of trips to the free throw line on the other side.
No, we didn't. And, I mean, you did see the turnovers that Covenant had, which we spoke about earlier. The new free throw rule is one that obviously there's no more one-on-one. You get the 2 shots on the 5th foul of each quarter. It resets. It's kind of was purposed to try to speed the game up a little bit more. But it's also in a position where you might try to see if teams get more in attack mode to try to get into that bonus a little earlier.
And for GCA, we've seen Covenant Christian substitute 5 in, 5 out. How do you keep up with that pace and those fresh legs that are coming in?
Well, it's a great point. I mean, if you can't do that on the other side as your opponent is, it can factor in, certainly late in the game without question. The other thing, Tony, it does too is might help alleviate you from getting in foul trouble.
Farrell off the pick and roll, gets an open 3, short, fast break opportunity here, GCA, backboard good, and a bucket there by Noah Reed. He's got 4. GCA strikes first, cutting the lead in half here to start the second half, 19-17. Harris with it, deflected, and they're going to be called for a foul.
I would anticipate that we'll see more of the full court, 3/4 court pressure from Covenant to trying to usher the Cougar offense into some to committing some turnovers based off the pressure.
Covenant with the basketball. Farrell kicks it out. Harris back to Farrell. Corner, they'll reset their offense. Deflected. Battle for, gets it right back. McLaughlin back up top to Farrell.
Well, Cougars have done a good job perimeter-wise shutting down the attack lanes or the gaps that they have. Really done a good job. You just want to sit and be in containment. Don't try to do anything special. Just guard your yard.
And a nice bucket there, just falls short after the pump fake. Cougars have it. Dribble drive, up under, good. Comerford has it. He's got 7. It's a 4-0 run to start the second half, and GCA's tied it at 19. And another good look at the rim here by Covenant Christian, and it falls short.
Yeah, great patience on the other end by Dennis will get the three here,
and
coming in by McIntyre.
Bang, bang, 7 in a row. McIntyre steps into the lefty three. He buries it, his first 3 points, and it's 22-19. McLaughlin fires a three. Jamison Laughlin fires a three short. Deflected up. On the run comes GCA. Gets underneath. Bucket and one. It's a 9-0 run by GCA, and they lead by 3.
Well, playing off great energy here, but what have they done, Tony? The last 3 is 2 of the last 3 possessions created turnovers and turned them into what? Points. Obviously in a position to where they're playing off that feed. They're also sending a message to Covenant saying, you want to play pace, we can play it with you.
So the turnovers and the tempo being sped up here by GCA. Free throw good. He's got the last 4. The last 6. And it's 25-19 all of a sudden. It's a 10-0 run. And the bleeding stopped there on the bucket by Mel Granberry. He's on the board with his first 2. Step up, another 3-ball, splash house.
It's a heat check.
And that is a heat check for McIntyre. He's got the last 9 on 2 threes and an and one. And here's a steal. GCA again. Pushing it up under, gets rid of it, back over, rolls in.
Going to get a timeout
and
here.
And Flatt will get a timeout. Coach Flatt with the timeout. Comerford with 10. And it's 30-21. Just like that on a 15-2 run. You're watching High School Hoops right here on IndianaSRN.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
It is a 15-2 run to start the second half, and just under 3 minutes for GCA. They force turnovers. They push the tempo. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. Craig, giving Covenant a little bit of their own medicine.
No, they are, and I love how Coach Williams and this Cougar team right now are really facing up to what the style that Covenant is trying to invite you or usher you in, and they're meeting that challenge right there and doing it as well as we've seen Covenant do it in their 4 games.
And they're forcing turnovers, and they are also eliminating offensive rebound opportunities. They've done a good job of crashing the glass defensively, has GCA.
And this is what I mentioned a few minutes ago, is more, I anticipated more of the full court pressure. They will look to try, as we see the trapping coming out of. It's kind of a run and jump type trap. Here, anytime you're dealing with any type of pressure, I mean, first and foremost, you can't try to put the rock on the ground. You got to catch, you got to rip to hip, you got to get vision, and anytime you're on a press, you want to look down the floor first on your side, look middle of the floor, and look ball reversal last.
Which is what they've done, which has led to layups. Here they had somebody deep wide open, but the pressure from Covenant, the double team, couldn't see it. Throws to the middle here. Had a man open, left side, down low, waiting for pump fake, up underneath, no good. But a great disciplined move there by Comerford will put him on the line to shoot 2, looking to add to the largest lead of the night for either squad. Greenwood Christian with a 30-21 advantage, looking to push it to double digits.
Well, and anytime you're trying to transition and beat pressure, ball's always going to get quicker advanced by the pass than the dribble. What I really like there in the last possession that they had in beating that, there was very little, if any, dribble. It was catch, it was face, it was about getting basket vision to see which one of my teammates are closer.
Comerford, second of 2. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Underneath, kick out. Thought about it. steps up into more high percentage shot, and Jordan Tolman on the board. He knocks it down. His first two. It's a 17-2 run.
Well, as much as we talked about the balance with Covenant that they have, that's the other side of it that we're getting, as we have actually Rudolph finally getting in to the scoring column, averaging 13 with his first basket.
So Rudolph takes it to the rack, gets a good look, and now we've got a 3-on-1, extra pass, no look, up under, blocked away. Devin Rudolph with the block. Ball will go out of bounds. Covenant Christian with the basketball.
The thing that Covenant brings to you, we talked about in the opening segment, is balance and multiple areas, but that's another part of this recipe tonight that the Cougars are given, is they're scoring in different areas as well.
So 32-23 to 17-4 run. Covenant trying to cut into this lead. Ball deflected, stolen away. Boer throws it up. Heat check, 3-ball, corner pocket short. Ball batted around. Saved by the Warriors. Gets out of a double team. Dribble drive, kick out. Nice extra pass. Off the rim, no good. And we'll see what the call is. We're going to call it a jump ball. Could have been called multiple things, a foul, a travel. They'll go with the jump ball. And the possession arrow will keep it here with Covenant Christian. Nine-point advantage for Greenwood Christian. Stolen immediately off the inbound pass. Kick back. On the run. Pump fake. Outside. Leads to a Boer. Wide open three. Splash down. They have found the three-pointer here in the second half. And it's a 12-point advantage.
Well, that's their third three of the second half. But it's happening off ball movement as Rudolph comes up short on their three. But it's happening too on that last one. Was the extra pass. Covenant's defense thought he was going to actually take the shot, and he made the extra pass. So really good job.
Nathan Crane, a 6'6" senior, charged with the offensive foul, trying to free up some space down low. And it's been a frantic pace that has so far been in the favor of GCA. A little bit physical here over the last minute or so. And the Cougars, with all the momentum behind a three-point barrage here in the third quarter, they lead 35-23. It's a 20-4 run here in the third quarter.
Well, one thing with Covenant, in order they just got to settle, gain a little bit more composure, not be too anxious to try to get in a hurry to get this back. You're at a 12-point deficit, very attainable to be able to get back into this game. What you want to try to do is get this within about a 6-point game by the end of the quarter. Still a lot of basketball to be played, but you just got to show composure, make the extra pass, and be patient offensively.
And you got to do it without fouling. Covenant with 4 fouls committed here in the quarter. GCA breaks the press. Will set up their half-court offense. Double team, back up top, Tallman. Dribbles. Backs out of it. Finds Boer. They'll reset the offense. 3 to play, third quarter. All GCA in this third quarter. Boer drives. We're going to have a charge.
It's a good call by the official. And give credit for actually stepping in there to do what he does. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of players won't want to do what he just did there.
Yeah, Nathan Crane making up for his offensive foul on this end. Returns it with the charge there. And a 3-ball will cut this to a 9-point lead as Covenant Christian looks to get back into this one and break out of this 12-4 GCA run. Mark Crane has it, checking into the game. Midla, left side. Neff Farrell. Thought about a 3. Great defensive tempo here on GCA.
I'd love to see Crane be able to step out from the high post and give some ball screens there. If you don't get it, step out and get some screens.
Nice backdoor pass here. Farrell into some trouble. Down low, Crane, right hand hook, no good. And one and done again for the Covenant Christian offense. Noah Reed, he's got 4. Tallman with it. He'll reset. An awesome GCA traveling crowd here this evening for Silent Night. not silent anymore.
And Greenwood's doing a really good job of their spacing. You just see how spread the floor is right now. Makes it harder to guard when you have that type of spacing and the ball movement away from the ball. Or excuse me, the player movement away from the ball.
Dribble drive into some trouble. Dish off. Up, under, off the backboard, and good. A power move there by Noah Reed. He puts it in off the glass. He's got 6.
Yeah, and playing through the contact. Good body control. Went up nice and vertical. Kind of drew the contact. Kind of double clutched it by using his body, again, to play through that contact.
So 1:31 to go here in the third quarter. A third quarter dominated by the Cougars of Greenwood Christian.
And their largest lead to this point was 12, now 14.
Yep, they flipped a 4-point halftime disadvantage to a 14-point lead. Their defense coming alive, holding Covenant Christian only 4 points here in the third quarter. Backdoor pass off the rim, no good. GCA pushes it. He's going to go out of bounds with it, pushed it just a little bit too far. This seems like Covenant is a step behind and trying to. They have open guys. They're just not making the open pass.
Well, and I think the biggest culprit's been for them really primarily throughout the whole game is, again, the turnovers. I mean, and how it's continuing. And a decent portion of these has been unforced. And when they put yourselves in a position as such, it's given Greenwood Christian in a way to get great transition points and not having to run a half-court game.
And a foul here going down hard is Neff Farrell. He'll shake it off. Minute to play, third quarter. And again, Paxton Bacon averaging 12 points on the season, only has 3 tonight. Inbound pass coming, back up top. Dribble drive, kick out, saves it. Thought about a 3 pump fake, dribbles into the lane. He's going to be fouled. Let's see if they call it on the way up.
Yeah, I think it looked like he was getting shoot.
So it will be a foul, and it will be a shooting foul. So Paxton Bacon right on cue will go to the free throw line, looking to add to his 3-point total so far as Covenant trails by 14.
These are opportunities where clock stop, got to be able to shoot it well. They are a team that shoots fairly well from the line. I believe they were 72% from the line as a team.
As Bacon misses the first, and Craig, if you you got 1 quarter to go to get back in this game, you're going to have to hit a few 3 balls, but getting to the free throw line in the fourth quarter, points on the board without time running off is going to be huge as well.
Well, they have. I mean, Greenwood's done a good job defensively on the perimeter, and it's not so much, again, that Covenant hasn't been doing a good job with the ball movement and getting these shots, but they're not getting to the place where they're getting percentage of shots. Guys aren't ready to shoot, but more importantly, they just got to have ball security as they head here into the fourth quarter in just under a minute.
Bacon misses both. Tallman almost stepped on the mid-court stripe. Good defensive pressure here from Covenant Christian. GCA with the ball, 30 seconds to play, third quarter. Comerford back up top, and we'll have an offensive foul. Is it offensive? Yep, offensive foul down low on Tolman. So 24 seconds to go, third quarter. Substitution here for GCA as Eli Jackson checks in. Certainly think it's a last possession here of the quarter. Maybe gain some momentum heading into the fourth.
Yeah, and one that you want to probably play for the last shot unless something presents itself before then.
Ball deflected, out of bounds, so great defensive pressure there. Boer causing some havoc. 15.2 on the clock.
Yeah, there's just so many opportunities. Turnovers are going to happen, and the faster you play, you're going to have a little bit more, but you just got to be in a position to where you take care of the ball a bit better. It just takes so many possessions away from you when you look at it at the end of the game.
Bacon, corner 3, splash! And Paxton Bacon gains back some momentum for Covenant Christian. They trail 37-26 to end the third quarter. Bacon now with 6 points. It was a 22-7 advantage in that third quarter for the GCA Cougars of Greenwood. We will keep it right here as we get ready for Silent Night. Hey, we want to thank Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. If you're looking for great food or breakfast or lunch, check out Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. They specialize in baked goods, open 8 to 2, Wednesday to Sunday, 6427 Oak Landing Road in Indianapolis. We also want to thank Wheeler Mission. Wheeler Mission just coming off a great drumstick dash, one of the best places in the city, helping people on a weekly basis. Check out Wheeler Mission online. 37-26 as we get ready to start the third quarter. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. And the namesake of the event tonight is Silent Night, and we will join the crowd in the singing of this holiday tradition and an ode to Taylor University. We thank you so much for joining us. If you're looking for some more Christmas music, head to IndianaSRN.org for Christmas music, and we'll let the crowd take it away for Silent Night. Fourth quarter action here on IndianaSRN. Greenwood Christian with a 37-26 advantage over the home Covenant Christian Warriors on Silent Night. Fourth quarter action. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. GCA starts with the ball in an 11-point lead. Boer with the basketball. Batted away, but the body comes in. Devin Rudolph commits the foul. 7:47 to go. Obviously, the entire length of the fourth quarter. GCA looks like they're content slowing it down and trying to get the best look possible as this becomes a possession game.
Yeah, I think they're going to take certainly what Covenant's defense gives them, but I look for them. They've done a good job of spacing, as we talked about earlier, but I think that they'll probably be a lot more patient when they don't have those opportunities of transition. Trying to make them guard them more. Obviously try to be able to get into the bonus with the 2 free throws on the 5th foul as well.
Boer dribble drive, lost it. Feet tangled, no foul called. And Covenant gets the first turnover. Exactly what they needed. 26 seconds off the clock here, fourth quarter. As they'll look to cut this to a single-digit deficit with a bucket.
Well, and with those buckets, Tony, too, they're going to need to obviously apply some pressure, contain pressure, and maybe try to get some run and jumps with contained traps.
Bacon with it. He scored the last 4 points there of that third quarter. Farrell falls to the ground, gets back up.
The thing that I'm not seeing really with Covenant a lot, too, is movement after the pass.
Yeah.
There's a lot of passing and standing. The spacing is good, but there's no movement after the passes or even off the ball or even therefore with some screens.
GCA, Tallman comes up with the steal. Minute gone by, fourth quarter. 11-point advantage for the Cougars.
Well, the nice thing is, too, is if you've got your personnel that's real disciplined and doing what they're doing and has good patience, when you have a lead like this, hey, you got to come out and get us. And what it's going to do by keeping spread is it's going to put them in a position for more attack lanes.
They'll attack here, extra pass, pump fake, up Boer off the backboard, good. First points of the fourth quarter.
And those are golden when you can take a minute 20 off the clock and get layups.
Boer puts it in off the glass. He's got 11. Dribble drive, we'll see. They're going to call it a block. We'll see if they call it on the floor or will they count the bucket. No shot, no basket. And Covenant has it under their own basket. Covenant with the ball. Looking to cut into this 13-point lead. Dribble drive, kick out, deflected right to Tallman. Tallman's there, right place, right time. Second possession with the steal in this fourth quarter. And GCA looking to slow it up again. Already 2:10 gone by here in the fourth.
The thing you'll see, too, that Greenwood's doing is after they pass, they don't stand. I mean, here's an uncontested here.
Yep, dribble drive, a little miscommunication there. Comerford's going to make that 10 out of 10 times. He lays it in with the left hand. He's got 12. Laughlin, jump stop, TJ McConnell style. He puts it on.
Yeah, really good downhill attack, stop and pop.
That's his first bucket of the evening. Full court pressure coming here. They break out of it, and he throws it away over the head of Boer, and Boer's down holding his right knee. And we'll see here, maybe a hyperextension.
I couldn't tell. It looked like maybe a cramp the way that trying to get him stretched here.
And we'll go ahead and take a quick break here. The player down. You're watching high school basketball on IndianaSRN. 5:13 to play. GCA with a 41-28 advantage on Covenant.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
So Boer heading to the locker room for GCA. He's their leading scorer with 11 for the Cougars. Looked like a little bit too much stretch on the right knee. He's getting worked out in the hallway. 5:13 to go, 13-point advantage. Covenant Christian with the basketball here at IndianaSRN. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. It was a 22-7 advantage in the third quarter for GCA, which flipped this contest. And Covenant Christian looking to tap into this lead. Neff Farrell has it. Finds Laughlin. Double team. Corner. Paxton Bacon, 3 short. Air ball. Offensive rebound going up with it and fouled. So Joe Midla will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, still got the window of time. You obviously got to be able to knock down your free throws and look to get this pressure, see if you can try to create some turnovers. If you're GCA, you got to be in a position where you're assuming that you're going to see that. Again, catch, rip the hip, look down the floor on your sideline, look to the middle, ball reversal, use your dribble only if you have to.
So free throw good here. Makes it 41-29. Second free throw off the rim, no good. 1 of 4 from the stripe in the second half. And a quick foul here.
Yeah, and that's what you can't do, especially when, he's 70 feet from their basket. Again, you want to try to create the turnover based by your presence, but not allow them to retain as well as put another foul on the board.
So 2 fouls each here in the fourth quarter. 4:47 to go. Quick inbound here. They break the pressure. And you're going to see a lot of traps here defensively. And a travel there.
That's a good call. Yeah, he did get some contact, but before he caught it, so it's really like the call from the officials.
So we got a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:40 to go. GCA on the road. They lead Covenant Christian 41-29. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
proudly standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you here on IndianaSRN. 4:40 to go. Greenwood Christian with the 41-29 advantage. Boer has made his way back to the bench and now back into the locker room. He went out there leading scorer 30 seconds ago with what seemed to be a knee injury. Their leading scorer on the night. And Covenant looking to break into this lead. They do. It's a 5-0 run since Boer's gone off. That's a 3-ball, and it's a single-digit deficit. Laughlin has 5. Left side swing, thought about the 3. They'll slow it back up as we approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter.
And here's what you can't do, too, is sit back and not play passing lanes, too. You got to be in a position where you're not allowing them to just play pass and catch.
And the travel. So 3 straight turnovers. Jordan Talman turns it over. 5 straight here to cut it to 9 by Covenant Christian, and they have the basketball.
We talked about what really put Greenwood Christian on that run in the second quarter was points off turnovers. Well, Covenant's got to return that piece now, too. They've gotten the last 2 possessions with some turnovers, converted the first, see what they can do here with back-to-back.
Back up top. Rudolph, 3-ball, no good. GCA on the run, 2-on-1, dishes it right back, up, under, layup, good. Evan McIntyre has 10. It's back to a double-digit deficit at 43-32. This ball kicked around, and it's going to stay with Covenant. Boilermaker Local 374 can offer you a career as an iron shipbuilder, blacksmith, or general helper. For more information, contact the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers, 219-845-1065. If you like what you hear, you want to sponsor IndianaSRN, coach at IndianaSRN.org. Line drive jumper, bang. Devin Rudolph has 4. It's back to a single-digit deficit, 3:20 to play, 43-34 GCA. 30-second timeout, Craig. You got to get stops. But at some point here, you got to think about the foul game because now it's a possession game with 3:14 to go, trailing by 9.
You do. You probably got a minute 20-ish, maybe window before you try to start getting in the foul situation. They still got a few more to give, though, too. So got to take that in consideration. You realize that GCA is going to be playing more of the patient game, trying to spread you. They've done a really good job throughout most of this game in terms of the movement off the ball. Anytime you think about offensively, the 3 points is going to be spacing, player movement, ball movement.
If you're Covenant Christian down 9, you don't necessarily need the 3-pointers quite yet, but getting good looks towards the hoop and possibly an and one. I mean, you got to have some down screens. Maybe you get Laughlin for a kick out, but you got to get something going towards the rim.
Yeah, you got to play towards the percentages. Obviously, if you get things and get downhill and they got collapses and you got kicks, you'll take them, but it certainly can't. You can't go into your offense thinking that we need threes just yet.
So four-court pressure from Covenant. Paxton Bacon will guard the inbound.
The thing that you hope for if you're Covenant here is that you try to get GCA in hurry up. They want to play patiently, but again, you don't want to reach. You just want to be containment defense.
Almost a turnover there. GCA gets out of it. Here's a turnover. Farrell has it. Quick up. Laughlin. Layup. Good. Just what the doctor ordered.
And this is what they want. They want to hurry you up. They like the pressure, which leads to points, and they want pace.
This one thrown away. Farrell thought he had it. Leads to a GCA layup. No good. Off the rim. No goaltend called. And GCA will slow it down.
Thought that might have missed. Looked like it hit the backboard there, but nonetheless, they got away with it.
Looked like it hit the backboard, the rim, and then he batted it away. Don't know if it was still on top of the cylinder or not. Nonetheless, play on. 2:30 to go.
You got to be passing lanes here.
Almost steps out of bounds, kicks it back out. Laughlin with his 7th point cuts it to a 7-point deficit. Tallman kicks it back out. GCA will slow it down. 2:15 to play.
There's nothing in the passing lane. They're just
wide open lane here to the bucket, and that's the high percentage shots you want, especially coming from Evan McIntyre. He's got 12, 9-point advantage. And we have a foul here Looked to be all ball. Might have been some body.
I think that was a pass, so it should be out of bounds.
Yep, so it'll be on the ground. 2:01 to play. The third GCA timeout. And Greenwood Christian. See who took a timeout here. It'll be Covenant Christian will take a timeout. And they'll take a 30-second timeout. Craig, you got to think about getting a quick bucket here, but then the foul game has to start picking up. You only have 2 fouls as a team and only 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a time where you obviously do have to get them in that, so you head into about the last minute and a half to where GCA is in shooting mode. So there is 2 more that they have to give to get that, to be able to utilize some of this clock. The other thing that you got to do defensively is you got to be able to stay in your gaps. You got to be able to take the penetration areas away, but you got to be able to jump to the ball to the end to play some passing lanes. The last couple possessions, they haven't been anywhere near them, and GCA's keeping the floor spread and been able to move the ball, and then it also has led to uncontested layups 2 of the last 3 possessions.
Yeah, and I think if you're Scott Flatt, you're going, look, we've got to sell out for the steal here. 5-second clock on defense in your head. If you don't get the foul, you've got to really play this and stretch this game out as much as possible. Laughlin to inbound it. 2:01 to play. Trailing by 9 is Covenant. Inbound pass. Thought about a 3, did Rudolph. Gets it back up top. Bacon. Laughlin. And we had a foul here. That's the 4th team foul. As Farrell knocks down the 3. But it won't count.
Don't really get right now why there's so much perimeter game, and there's 4 passes there, and nobody made any attack to the basket.
It's almost, come set a down screen, get Laughlin towards the hoop. If he can dish it out, great. If not, get a quick bucket. Bacon steps into 3, deflected, short, off the hands of Max Boer. A little bit too far underneath the hoop there, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Covenant Christian. A 30-second timeout will stay here. We want to thank the Morales Group. Is building better futures one story at a time. They have locations in Indy, Zionsville, Anderson, Columbus, and Lafayette. For more information, give them a call, 317-472-7600. It's been an entertaining night so far. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you here on Indiana SRN. Happy holidays to you. IndianaSRN.org has 24/7 holiday music for you. So in between our great coverages here of high school basketball and college basketball, an HCAC doubleheader coming up from Rose-Hulman on Saturday as well. Again, Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. Got to get a quick bucket here at the minute 46. You've already clocked off about 17 seconds on this possession. You're going to have to go quick, and then you're going to have to foul quick.
Well, and I mean, like right here, I would like to see them just spread, overload one side, and actually send Farrell to the ball side block and let him go to work with his back to the basket, kind of crab dribble back. Just a lot of dead time that's being wasted. Here you get a back cut. Kind of what you wanted, but just lost it.
Yeah, a perfectly executed play call there by Coach Flatt. Out of the timeout, the pass just slightly behind Neff Farrell, goes out of bounds, and now it's going to be foul play, that free throw game for the final minute 42.
Yeah, and they almost have to foul almost right away to kind of maximize their possessions. They're going to play the patient game, and they still got 2 to give.
Yeah, Boer gets the cross-court pass. He's back in the game after going out with apparent knee injury. Minute 30 to go. GCA content to play keep away. And up under, foul, and 1. And that's not what you wanted. With 25 seconds going off the clock, McIntyre, he's got 14. He's our Tam Sweet and Savory Cafe player of the game.
Yeah, you might as well call it now. He had a big second quarter and has had a really big fourth. He came out and hit a couple threes and hitting that heat check to start the second half, too.
Piper Logistics, specializing in everything from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. 3 services, 1 solution. We do it all. For further information, 317-396-1023. He caps off the 3-point play for his 15th point. It's a 12-point advantage for GC. Up under, no good. And Greenwood Christian with the basketball. And GCA looking to just dribble this one out. There's a foul. So let the foul 2 more times. As the faithful for GCA come to life. And I believe they'll have one. It will not be a shooting foul. The ball, it was called on the ground. That's the third foul. So it'll be 2 more before they are sent to the line.
Well, that's exactly what, Coach Williams and the Cougars want. I mean, just to allow more time to come off the clock as Covenant gets a steal.
Nice steal here. Oh! And he goes down hard. Went for the block. And we're going to have a timeout here. He landed awkwardly. Might have got the wind knocked out of him. That is our player of the game, Evan McIntyre. Went for the block. The layup was good.
Couldn't tell if he hit and his
by
head
Rudolph
came back on the floor or not.
Yeah, we'll take a short break. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
And we're back here on Silent Night, and unfortunately that's what the crowd has gone. Great sportsmanship on both sides here as the player of the game, Evan McIntyre, with 15 points, went for a block, and he has an apparent ankle injury. It did not look pretty. He went for the block, landed awkwardly, and his ankle is the issue here. We wish him nothing but the best with just under 1 minute to play in the fourth quarter. That layup cut it to 10 points. We'll take another quick break, keep you updated here. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
And we are thinking about Evan McIntyre right now as the entire gym has gone silent. Looks like an ankle injury as the medical staff here from Covenant Christian takes a look at him. Everybody's dropped to a knee here with just under a minute to play in the fourth quarter. Greenwood Christian Academy with a 48-38 lead, but the player of the game, Evan McIntyre, with 15 points on everybody's mind. Looks like an apparent ankle injury. We will take a quick break again and keep you posted here from Covenant Christian High School. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks. Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo.
You see my kid?
Yeah,
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game, thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
So they have moved the students away from the player from GCU, that is Evan McIntyre, who went for a block and landed awkwardly on his ankle. And a great job here by the students of Covenant Christian, moving some of the bleachers away. It looks like the ambulance has been called, and they are going to get Evan McIntyre, again, who has 15 points, went up for a block, came down awkwardly with the students kind of in that section. And it looks like a pretty gruesome ankle injury. We're obviously sending our thoughts to Evan with just under a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. 48-38 the score in favor of Greenwood Christian Academy. Outside of what has been a great night, silent night here in the west side of Indianapolis, the girls for Covenant Christian winning earlier this evening. And now GCA with a 48-38 advantage with just under a minute to go. But our thoughts with Evan McIntyre, Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you here. Again, silent night, great tradition, great sportsmanship's been shown here on both sides throughout the night. It's a night that is supposed to bring both teams and schools and student bodies and parents and staff together. Both GCA Athletics and Covenant Christian Athletics have done a great job of bringing that sportsmanship, and we see here as the students will get out of the way as the ambulance on his way for Evan McIntyre. Again, 15 points late in this fourth quarter, going up for a block on a fast break. Has suffered an ankle injury, and he tried to get up on his own. That's when he fell back down. His parents are around him right now, and we will take another break and get you set up. Still a minute to play in this one. GCA with a 48-38 advantage over Covenant Christian. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Welcome back to Covenant Christian High School. Just under a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. We want to give a kudos to head coach of Covenant Christian, Scott Flatt, leading the entire building in a prayer just now as Evan McIntyre from GCA with 15 points on the night. The junior went down going up for a block. Looks to be an ankle injury. Obviously
the family under stress. But Coach Flatt bringing everybody together to say a prayer. Kudos to the student section here from Covenant Christian, kind of clearing the way as well, and what's been an exciting night of basketball. Silent night here, the home opener for both the boys and girls high school basketball for Covenant Christian. The Warriors coming into this contest 3-0 on the year. GCA 3-1 on the season. And again, McIntyre instrumental there, Craig, in that third quarter, knocking down some threes. We had just named him the player of the game with 15 points and a 10-point advantage here late in the fourth quarter. Never want to see that, but he's been the guy that has brought them back and allowed GCA to keep the lead here in the second half.
No, without question. I mean, these opportunities, or these situations like this that take place is certainly the darker side of sports, and we always know that sometimes it's not, a matter, when this might happen or if. I mean, it does happen at times, and you hate to see it at any time. But he was very instrumental of getting the pace changed and giving Covenant exactly what Covenant normally does to others, and that is the pace and the turnovers and the scores and the runs, and kind of got on a heat check, hit 2 threes in their first 5 or 6 possessions out, kind of went down with a small injury with his knee, went out in the hallway, stretched that out, couldn't tell if it was really a knee or a cramp, but nonetheless came back and was very, very instrumental in changing the landscape of this game and going on a 22-7 run, I believe it was, in the third quarter. A testament to him too. I mean, they're up 10 and he's in transition and coming from behind and going up for a block, playing hard to the end, and just wasn't even fully aware of going down. He knew that he was hurt, but it wasn't until he got up on all fours and then the ankle and foot were exposed in a way that we knew something wasn't right. So, but yes, one thing about faith-driven schools and across the board, community happens, when you have this. But when you're in a situation when you're in a faith-based school, you got a great sense, and just the fee-based schools, it's a smaller environment. There's just an intimate type of family.
It's a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device.
With the silent night, and then for something like this to happen, and then to recognize that immediately, and Coach Flatt going to Coach Williams saying, let's get our boys together, circle up, let's pray, lift this young man up, lift his family up, lift this community up, was a great thing to see now that we see the ambulance has arrived.
Yep, so the ambulance is here. Evan McIntyre with 15 points goes down under a minute to go with an ankle injury, and we do thousands of basketball, football broadcasts over the years, and you know that this is a possibility. These things can happen. I mean, I'm the biggest racing fan you'll ever see, and sometimes the ugly head is reared. That happened tonight. I mean, I'm fortunate that I've played basketball for 32 years and I've never had an injury.
Sure.
But it can happen tonight. So we'll take one more break. Looks like the family is trying to get him up. The ambulance is here. The paramedics are here, and hopefully they'll get that foot stabilized, get him up into a wheelchair or a stretcher to get him out of here. Still a minute to play, 59.9 seconds, and a 48-38 advantage for GCA. You are watching High School Hoops right here on IndianaSRN.
It's a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
We're back here from Covenant Christian High School. The last 10 minutes, the gym gone silent, ironically enough, on silent night here from Covenant Christian on IndianaSRN.org with just under a minute to go. GCA with a 48-38 advantage. Evan McIntyre on a fast break on the defensive side of the basketball, went up for a block of a Covenant Christian player, fell awkwardly to the floor. It's an apparent ankle injury. The paramedics have arrived. They are getting him loaded up onto the stretcher. And again, Evan with 15 points on the night. Everybody came together about 5 minutes ago under the guidance of head coach Scott Flatt from Covenant Christian to say a prayer here on the 1A level of high school basketball in the state of Indiana. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. As mentioned, Evan was the key catalyst to this run. It was a 19-15 lead for Covenant at halftime. They outscored the Warriors 22-7 in that third quarter. And down the stretch here, Covenant Christian has gotten into the foul game, trying to get back into it. The GCA Cougars have led by as many as 13 points here, and again with 59.9 seconds to go from the west side of Indianapolis. 9:30 here Eastern time. It is a 48-38 advantage over GCA. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back, set the scene for you here. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
IndianaSRN Sports Web TV, your gateway to Indiana sports excellence. Partner with IndianaSRN, where success and sponsorship meet. Coach at IndianaSRN.org if you'd like to contact us here. Again, 59 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Greenwood Christian Academy with a 10-point advantage. Again, late in the fourth quarter, player of the game, Evan McIntyre, with 15 points, has gone down with a foot injury. We have a towel over the foot. Tony Donahue, Craig Cox with you. We talked about Scott Flatt being a leader of this Covenant Christian team, saying a prayer for everybody. You also got to think about Devin Rudolph, who was right there. He made the layup, and as McIntyre went up for the block. But as a coach, every moment's a teaching moment, Craig, and you still got 59.9 seconds to play in this one.
You do. I mean, it's always tough to come back from any situation like this, let alone when it's something as severe as this that takes an ambulance or a stretcher to take your teammate or your opponent off the floor. One that's not near as familiar on the basketball court as might be on the football field. Either way, it's one that is certainly always tough.
Let's see what they decide to do as coaches come together, put our arms around each other. We'll see what the decision is here. Again, with 59.9 seconds to go.
You would think this one's been basically decided, but again, you never know. And I think it'll be a decision between these two men, the head coach, Scott Flatt, for Covenant Christian, and Jackson Williams for GCA.
It wouldn't be one that wouldn't surprise me that they may call it, and certainly the respect that these two schools have for each other, these two programs have each other, and then also these two men that are leading, and Coach Williams and Coach Flatt, these respected programs. I'm not saying that that's the case. It's not confirmed yet, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. It's hard to come back from that or something like this. It is a 10-point deficit that Covenant has under a minute to go, but we'll see and make that official once we get further details.
And I think Scott Flatt looks at this and says, if we do play it out, maybe we just go ahead and dribble it out. There are bigger fish to fry. The outcome of this, which really on the grand scheme of things with the injury doesn't matter. It's more than likely, 99% been determined. And maybe you just go ahead and say, hey, let's inbound it, dribble it out, and get everybody home safely after this gruesome injury for GCA and Evan McIntyre. Again, thinking about him, thinking about his friends and his family, all the players involved tonight, and a great job by both athletic staffs, coaches, and players of coming together for a prayer, and we will take a break. With 59.9 seconds to go, GCA up 48-38. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Yeah, and our sole focus here on IndianaSRN, this high school game, Silent Night girl-boy doubleheader with 59.9 seconds to go. Evan McIntyre down with an injury. 48-38 is the score. The refs, the coaches getting together. We'll see what the final decision is as they have loaded him up onto the stretcher, and the crowd will erupt here. And we'll hope to get away from Evan as a standing ovation is broken out here. As the teammates, as Evan McIntyre has his teammates around him, his parents, his brother. And with 59 seconds to go, it's 48-38. Let's go ahead and take one more break. We'll see what plays out here in the final minute of this contest. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
To the game, we've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune into all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
And they have taken Evan McIntyre away after the ankle injury. His hands were over his head. He has 15 points in this game. We had just named him the player of the game with 59.9 seconds to go. 48-38 is the advantage for GCA, and tough for these kids to come back out. I think Scott Flatt, the head coach of Covenant Christian, is pretty much gone to GCA and say, hey, it's your decision. What do we want to do here? Maybe we just see an awesome act of sportsmanship and the ball dribbled out. But with 59 seconds to go, and what was a great night here from Covenant Christian High School with 59.9 seconds to go, 48-38 GCA.
And it looks like Scott Flatt, Covenant Christian, they'll call off the dogs, take the loss. Obviously, bigger fish to fry here. The bigger loss is Evan McIntyre going down with the injury, and they will pull up to a standing O. And I think the right move here on both sides.
Absolutely. And this is what it's about. It's so much more than a game. It's about these student athletes and the opportunities they have. And when something's taken away from a young man and a team and a program and a community, such a great job by just class act by Coach Flatt going to him and asking Coach Williams and just working together through this process. So we lift up, again, the community, the family, Evan McIntyre and his family, and hoping for a great recovery.
Great act of sportsmanship on both sides. This one has gone final, 48-38, Greenwood Christian Academy. Have a great, safe weekend for everybody here at IndianaSRN. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, Evan McIntyre, the 15-point scorer tonight, our player of the game, GCA, with a 48-38 advantage over the Covenant Christian Warriors. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Have a great, safe weekend, and happy holidays.
Oh no, I was coming to see a kid from YouTube.